Why, hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Today, let's straighten up that Chiefs hat. Got to make sure we're representing correctly. Tomorrow's going to be Red Friday. Tomorrow is also a very important day in my family. My lovely wife will be turning 40 years old. Now, I've already explained to her as I turned 40 in September that there's not a lot that's going to change. The biggest thing that's changing for both of us is we are reflecting a lot. We're reflecting a lot on our the past several years, how fast our kids are growing, how fast our business is growing, where we are in life, where we'd like to be in life, how big of a gap that is, um, making sure our dreams are still matching and coinciding. And it's a fun time, but it's also can get pretty depressing, especially when you realize that time is something that you can't slow down. And I was always told as I was younger by my grandparents that time goes faster as you get older. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. It's still 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute. How does it go faster? But it's true. It's so true. Lynette turns 40 tomorrow. Jackson turns 7 in 10 days. And due to this COVID, I can say BS. The city's making the kids work from home, and it is so hard on my kids. So hard on them. Natalie is just in tears every day. She needs to be in class. She needs to be in school. And it's so hard as a parent. We feel inept. We feel like we're failing our kids because we can't fill a gap that we're used to being that person, that gap filler, that person they go to, but they need a teacher that's not within their family to help guide them. And they're used to that. And they need that social interaction that they're used to. And they miss their friends. And it's so true. Natalie told me yesterday, it's not the same. I'm looking at someone through a tablet than it is at home or at school face to face. And and a lot of that reflection is on our kids. But today we're talking about how wealthy you are. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about, money's a part of the equation. But if you look at Warren Buffett, he is 90 something years old and worth over $87 billion. And I want you to ask yourselves, how much of his money do you think he would give up for an extra year, an extra 10, or an extra 50? Do you think he'd start all the way over to be in his 20s again? Only he could answer that. But if you look at life through time left, if you look at it like an hourglass, because we all don't know how long we're going to live, but if you look at whose glasses are almost running out and whose are still relatively full, and you look at wealth based on that time, then I want you that. Do this exercise with me. We've got an hourglass. We turned it upside down. Some of us have a lot of sand going. Some of us have hardly any sand going. How do we spend the remaining time will tell you how wealthy you are. And that's pretty deep. So just think about that. I want another. I go through this stuff with Kale's newsletter on a regular basis, just to keep my mindset right. And there's 4 points he makes. Scarcity is everything, and that's in both. That's in everything in the world. Scarce things have value, and time is the most scarce of them all. Excuse me, I gotta answer this real quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry. The other thing is things that aren't easy to create have value. Now I'm creating a business that's going to have lots of value. It already does. I've got, and I like that thought because you sacrifice a lot to be a business owner, and in creating the value, you want to know that your time is being well spent. And in reflection, like I said with Lynette, you realize that I spend a lot of time at work. I spend a lot of time working on this and helping others, which is building my brand. And I don't have to help people. I don't have to do things that I've been doing. And I do them because I like them. But I also want brand association with helping people. I want Scarlet Arrow to be something that is a generous. I mean, we sell. I want to be premium product sellers. I want to expand our catalog. I want to have all kinds of different things. I have lots of goals and aspirations, but I also want to, be the ones that sponsor Little League kids. I want to sponsor field trips. I want to sponsor missionary projects. I want to help with church projects, and I want my business associated with that. And in doing so, you have to have that notoriety, and you have to have. You want to be associated with someone who is very giving, and I just think that a lot of times we don't stop and think about time being a commodity. And when we give it away or we waste it, we don't realize that we truly can be as wealthy as Warren Buffett because we do have more time than he has. And what we do with that time is what makes it valuable. So I encourage all of you to maximize the use of the time in each day. That doesn't mean work your tail off all the time. That means if you can get out of work 15, 20 minutes earlier to beat the traffic, go sit down and just see how your family's doing. I've been asking my kids more in-depth questions, not just how was your day, or what was your favorite part of the day? If you could do something different today, what would it be? If you could do something over today, what would it be? If you could not do something today, what would it be? Make them think about their day, make them reflect on things that they shouldn't have done, things that they would have rather had more time to do. Because you're planting those seeds and teaching them, you're teaching them how to prioritize in life at a young age. And that's something that we don't teach each other. It's not taught in schools. It's get good grades. It's no history stuff that everyone, I might go on a sermon here. It's almost getting closer to 10 minutes, but seriously, how in the last 18 months, are we tearing down our historical statues in our past because we are ashamed of it? And you learn from the past. You don't have to be proud of it. And you're not the one that was there, so it's not even technically your past, but you have to know about it to remember it and to not repeat it. But anyway, it blows my mind how it's okay to just wipe out things, but not my deal, I stay within my wheelhouse. So anyway, circling back around, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everyone that watches this, blow up my wife's wall, blow up her personal messages, let her know she's loved, let her know that she should have a great, amazing, happy birthday. I'm going to be smoking some of my custom homemade mac and cheese and smoking some salmon for her birthday. It's what she's asked for. So I will be leaving work early tomorrow to take care of that for sure. So anyway, love y'all. Have a great day. I'm going to go work on some more learning on how to maximize my Pinterest following so that I can get more followers for my business. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. If you have any questions, hit me up. See you tomorrow.